I live just outside of Boston, Massachusetts, but unfortunately, I still don't know most of the people that live in the city. So today, I'm going to head out to the Boston Common and see how many new people we can meet. Let's see how it goes. Last year, in November, I also attempted to interview people in the Boston Common, but it was a failure. No one came to talk to me. I decided then and there that I would return to the Boston Common and I would interview people.
So I was in Peru. Essentially what happened was I tried guinea pig for the first time up there, and that was crazy.
Guinea pig?
Yeah. I had a guinea pig up there.
What did it taste like?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
You'd recommend?
I would actually recommend everyone try a guinea pig, I'm not gonna lie.
One thing I've noticed is that people will read my sign if they're walking with someone, and then they'll just start talking to the person next to them about their crazy travel story, which is kind of like, hey, that was my question. You gotta answer it to me. But, at least I'm sparking conversation in the Boston Common.
What have you been up to till you get people?
Yeah, I'm just trying to interview people.
Sweet.
Yeah, you want to say something? You don't have to talk about this. It can be anything.
This is tough. Share your funniest travel story.
Is there anything you want to talk about?
God, I have no
This
idea.
is your moment,
Oh gosh.
Here, come over here.
No. Well, I guess for my walks that I'm doing right now, I like to take these little walks in the common. Just the other day, I was here actually. There was a little group right where we are right now, and they were doing this thing. It was throw any object at me. And some person threw a water bottle at the guy.
Oh gosh.
Somebody threw a
What was the
rock
point
at
of
me.
that?
Somebody threw a person at the guy actually as well. It was just a social experiment.
So when I was a kid, I went to Russia to see my grandparents, and I was playing with my grandmother, and she threw, brambles? She threw those at my head as we were playing. And I'm bald now, so you know what happened.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
cut them all off. So, but, I think it was good in the end. She gave me a new hairstyle.
Hi. Hello, we're here today with...
Francisca Beduya.
And what is your funny travel story?
It was back in February of 2024. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I was right over. It was my family's first time in the Philippines. I'm Filipino for context. And so I was on this amusement park ride, and I'm very obnoxious. Whenever I'm happy, I'm like, oh my God, I'm very loud. So we were on one of those rides that go up and down, and it was not going high at all. It was probably very slow and barely going up very high. So every time we go up and down, I'd be like, oh my God! It's very screaming, very obnoxiously. And beside me, I hear this little kid, and he's like, please be quiet.
Oh no.
But I didn't hear him, so I kept screaming, and he was like, please, why are you being so loud? Please be quiet. And yeah, I just thought it was so funny.
Summer of 2024, I was in this program with a bunch of other students, and we went to the Philippines together. I'm also Filipino.
Okay.
It was a very packed schedule. The Philippines is also very humid and very hot, and we're all smelly and sweaty. So we had a 30-minute break where we got to relax a little bit before we went to this formal event. And there's only one bathroom, and I was sharing a room with 6 other dudes.
Oh no.
And we were all fighting for the shower. So then, as a joke, one of us, I think it was me actually, I was like, hey, what if you just share the shower? And then we're just wait, that's not a crazy idea. I feel disgusting. So he wore a Speedo, and then I wore his very tight swim trunks because mine were in the laundry. And we didn't tell anyone what was going on. We just got in the shower. And so then people just started hearing us giggling from outside, just 2 guys in the bathroom together. And then when we left, everyone was like, what are you guys doing in there? And we were just oh, we showered. But then after that, everyone got close to each other because I think honestly there were 3 or 4 other groups of dudes who showered with each other just because they thought it was funny.
You're a trailblazer.
Yeah.
That's a great story. It's day 2 of interviewing people at the Boston Common, and I'm on my way now. Today I'm going to be asking people to tell me their life story, but they only get the number of seconds of years that they've been alive. So I think that should create some pretty interesting choices of what do they choose to share? So I'm excited to see how it goes. Come tell your life story.
I don't like to have one.
It's just about your life. Everyone has a life story. Okay, so that was a total flop today. No one wanted to tell me their life story. And I think part of it may be that when people think about their life story, maybe like unpleasant thoughts come up about their life and they don't want to share that on camera. Some people thought that their life was too boring, they said, which, I mean, that was the whole point, was I wanted to hear people's lives, boring or not. So maybe I should make the barrier of entry a little lower in these prompts. Just gotta rethink it, do some prompt engineering. But we'll be back to the Common. It is a beautiful new day here in Boston, and I'm currently en route to the Boston Common to reclaim my throne and interview some new people. So the idea today is I'm lowering the challenge level of the question. I'm just gonna ask them, what's your favorite thing about Boston? Okay, a pretty easy question to answer. Should engage them a little more, and then we'll go from there. Quack, quack! Today we are here with,
Marcy, Aaliyah, Eliana.
and what is your favorite thing about Boston?
My favorite thing about Boston is just like all the shopping places, and when it gets nice out, it's like really fun to do with my friends.
Walking down Newbury Street and like going to like shops and like getting drinks and stuff with your friends is pretty fun.
Do you have any recommended shops people should check out?
On Newbury Street,
Yeah.
I think like anything. They have everything.
Any food.
Food.
Yeah, any food is really good. Any drinks is really good. So yeah.
Hello, I am here with,
Ellie.
and what is your favorite activity in Boston?
My favorite activity in Boston is going to the community garden near Fenway. I come from not a city life, a very country life, so going there and seeing everyone like working on their little gardens is so cute and fun, and it's such a relaxing activity compared to all the like, bustling city life that's around it.
That's so cool. I've never been there.
Oh, it's so
Okay,
fun. You should
all right,
go.
off you
It's
go.
really
Okay.
pretty, especially now in the spring and summer.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, what I normally like here, all the...
Oh, can you come over here for it? Sorry. And you can hold the mic. Hello, I'm here with,
Fabiola.
and what is your favorite Boston activity?
It's seeing all the people around that doing all those plays, music and all kinds of instruments they're playing.
Hi there, my name is Luis. My favorite activity here in Boston is definitely the diversity of people. You know, you can meet people around the world. You can experience food from all over the world, so it's a very good experience. Every time that I come to Boston, there is always something going on. One of the reasons I always come to Boston. I like to see everything.
That's awesome.
So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Same
I
to you.
appreciate it. So I actually just found this man who had his own stand at the Boston Common, who had traveled around the world 4 times in a sailboat. So I'm gonna go ask him about his funniest travel story.
The funniest was when I sank a boat off Trinidad, and nobody got hurt. So I thought, you know, that's good. If you're a captain, I was captain, so I'm responsible for it. It's all my fault. Yeah. But everyone was rescued. We had a tug. The boat was on fire, so I ran forward and I got the passports. I put them in my mouth. The captain said, "There's money floating out of your pocket." And I was like, oh, wow. I had to go back to the island I was supposed to fly out of. So I get to the island and I meet the barmaid. I went straight to a bar. And I said, hey, you know, my ship just sank. Like, you wouldn't believe what happened. She goes, I'm a barmaid. I hear this stupid shit all the time. She goes, well, there's a German girl who sits there every night and she drinks whatever, margarita. Why don't you get her a margarita and like talk to her, because I don't care. So I was like, all right. So I bought her the margarita and she liked it and we ended up dating starting that night. So I went to Munich. And to get there, I met someone else on the flight there. It was delayed. It's a long story. Yeah. And she was Moroccan, a belly dancer. And so, unfortunately, she got off the same flight in the same city in Germany as, like, my hostess. And a biker gang from Denmark did, too. And they saw me kind of canoodling the Moroccan and, like, hugging the German. The passport was soaking wet, right? This is true, David. Like, here it is. Well, this passport got eaten. Wow. But I have the original passport. It's soaking wet, right? Gosh, so it got soaking wet. And there's like Singapore police and all this. The Germans did not want to let me into the country because my passport was soaking wet. You can't put it in an oven because it doesn't respond well to an oven. And I was like, let's just go. Let's just leave the airport. So that's my funny story.
I think you won for funniest story. That's crazy. Well, it's a couple days later, and I'm back in the Common because I've grown to love coming here to talk to people and interview them. And as you know, at the beginning of this journey, I was so nervous. I came in November and it didn't work out. But I've learned that if you just keep coming back, you keep putting in the reps, you keep modifying what you're doing to make it better and better, it will eventually work out. And I've had so many very interesting conversations. I've met so many cool people, and I plan to keep coming back to the Common and keep making videos. And I highly recommend, if there's something that you've been wanting to do, but you don't feel ready or you're nervous, Just go out and try doing it, because it won't be perfect the first time, but you'll get better and better. There may be awkward experiences during it, but you'll improve and it'll become more and more comfortable. Go out and do it, because it's a lot of fun, and I will see you guys later. Have a great rest of your day.
And I see people out here frolicking and having fun. And it's like the same people who would be having fun like 1,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago.
That's true.
It's just the same stuff over and over.